Okay, we're back in Legend of Heroes, Trails to Azure, and we are going to do the missing musician quest, or missing prince, it's up to you what you want to call it. So we're going to talk to all the NPCs here on Station Street before moving forward. Today's packages are late, so I'm going to be in a real hurry to deliver them once they finally get here. I figure the freight train cargo is undergoing a stricter inspection than usual. Not much I can do about that with all the Imperial bigwigs here. It's here, it's really here, the Imperial government's very own private orbital train, the Eisengraph. Its fiery red paint scheme and dignified detail work practically embody the prestigious might of the Empire. Sensational. It's no wonder that its name means Iron Count. I'm so glad I purchased a camera for this once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. The unveiling ceremony ended without incident. I feel like a weight has been lifted from my shoulders. I can't relax quite yet. There's still plenty of work to be done. This morning was something else, let me tell you. All those gorgeous limousines coming and going, these dignitaries sure do know how to ride in style. I watched the unveiling ceremony from the roof of the department store. Sure, she was about the size of an ant, but technically I got to catch a glimpse of Julia Schwartz's face. Just want to make sure there's no one hiding out down here. So if you remember, Mueller is waiting for us here. Talk to him last, after we talk to all the others. Thank you for choosing Crossbill Station. The railroads will be operating under standard schedules for the duration of the trade conference. Please make your way to the second floor if you wish to purchase tickets. Journalists from the Imperial Chronicle came by to gather information earlier this morning. Just goes to show how visible the trade conference is on the international stage. The Imperial government's private train, the Eisengraph, arrived at Platform 1 this morning. They're moving into Platform 3, though, since the regular service is still running. You're welcome to go take a look. It's not something you see all very often, is it? When's that blasted train coming? I'm sick and tired of waiting. Shiny paintwork. I heard there's a trade conference happening in Crossbill right now. Maybe you should go visit that Orcus Tower place. It's all anybody's been talking about. Came here from Altair, port city on the western border of Calvert. It may just be one stop away, but still shocking to see how much Crossbill has changed in person. Calvert's been modernizing too, but feels practically rural compared to Crossbill. Oh, you're starting to sell me on Trails to Black, buddy. Ah, here's Mueller. Hey Lloyd, that guy's giving me off some real intense vibes. Don't tell me he's our client. Excuse me, sir, we're at the special support section. I've been waiting for you. Thank you for coming. My name is Mueller. I work as a talent manager for Airborne's music industry. Pleasure to make your acquaintances. A talent manager? He doesn't look the part at all. I think he feels more like a bodyguard. I get the sense I've heard of him somewhere before. Is something wrong? No, not at all. If it's alright with you, would you mind giving us the specifics of your request? You mentioned something about a missing musician, as I recall. I take it means you're their manager? That's correct. We traveled to Crossbill as part of his concert tour. However, the moment I took my eyes off him, he went missing. That puts me in a tight spot. I've little to go on in a city I'm not familiar with. I can see that puts in some difficulty. Crossbill is larger than most. Yes, I'm sure that won't be the only hurdle to contend with. In any case, can I ask you all to begin the search immediately? Let's find him. Of course, we're here to help. Can you give us some more details about this musician we're looking for? Gladly. My client goes by the name of Olivier Lenheim. He's a blond man in his 20s, often clad in a white coat and sporting a lute. A lute? Wouldn't that make him stand out like a sore thumb? How hard could it be to find this guy? If only things were so simple, a mere search and retrieval mission wouldn't be an issue ordinarily. But you see, Olivier's personality is a bit, shall we say, problematic. He has an incurable need to stick his nose in other people's business, only to cause more trouble in the process. To be frank, he's a nuisance, a fool, and a real pain in my... excuse me. I see. Ideally, I'd like you to find him right away, so as to keep his tour schedule intact, but I know better than to get my hopes up. You'll be doing me enough of a favor if you can simply grab him before he gets himself into any incidents. He's starting to sound less like his manager and more like his babysitter. Either way, it explains exactly what kind of person we should be on the lookout for. Do you have any idea what sort of areas might pique his interest? If I had to say, Olivier has a tendency to be drawn to bustling crowds or places of ill repute. He also fancies himself a gourmet, so he might have slipped away to some sort of eating establishment. I was thinking about checking Van Set first, but we may have to go to Jazz Bar Garant. Basically, it's any place someone can stir up trouble. You can bet it's on his radar. The downtown district, the back alley, the entertainment district are the first places that come to mind in each case. I'd say you're on the right track there. I've already combed the entertainment district, and as it so happens, you'll be better off excluding it from your search. He undoubtedly knows I'm looking for him, so he's probably avoiding the most obvious spots. That complicates things, but if it's drawn to large crowds, then the Harbor District may also be worth checking out. I believe Michi is scheduled to make an appearance there today. I see, it sounds to me like you have a good list of possible destinations. My apologies, I wish I had more concrete information to offer you. Don't worry about it, this is plenty. If there's anything else we need to know, we'll get started right away. Best of luck, I'm counting on you. If he refuses to cooperate, don't be afraid to use force. In fact, I invite it. A good slap upside the head should do. Sure thing. What kind of weird relationship does he have with this guy? Musician Manhunt started. I've heard that the Imperial Chancellor Gilead Osborne has ties with former Speaker Hartman, and yet some say the Chancellor himself is behind the Empire's decision to deny Hartman asylum after he defected. The second he outlived his usefulness, Osborne cut his lifeline. That's the kind of man the Blood and Iron Chancellor is. I'm sorry, could you just give me a moment, please? Attention all travelers, due to the arrival of the Eisengraph, stricter security measures will be in effect today. We ask that you please refrain from entering Platform 3 for the duration of its stay. Thank you. Well, so there goes our plan to visit that. How long has it been since I last saw His Excellency in Prince Olivert, I wonder? It's an incredible honor for a humble Imperial soldier like myself to get the chance to greet such high-ranking government officials. Welcome to the ticket counter. Let me know if you'd like to make a purchase. It'd be my pleasure to assist you. Where is Platform 3 anyway? Well, didn't hurt to try this one. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Aw, bitch and moan some more, why don't you? Those voices. Lloyd, look. What the hell's wrong with you, Slash? Use your freaking head for once. What are we gonna do if Vol drinks himself to death? Because the way things are going, he's halfway there. Actually, that's why I'm weighing our options to keep that from happening. It's not my fault nothing's come to mind yet. Get off my damn case. Oh yeah, what about your shit-for-brains idea to take him sightseeing on top of the tower? That'll cheer him up for sure. What do you think he is, a 7-year-old? If he was, he sure as hell wouldn't be in this hole in the first place. Seriously, does anyone tell you how much of a grade A dumbass you are? Bastard, you want to start giving out scores, huh? If I'm a grade A dumbass, you're a grade triple S. You haven't even come up with one idea. Oh yeah? You wanna? Let's go. Knock it off, you two. Speaking of triple S dumbasses, where do you get off pulling weapons on each other? You're supposed to be comrades. Stay out of this, Carrot Top. It ain't none of your goddamn business. It's all Wazy's fault anyway. You're the one who turned your back on the downtown district. Yeah, Vault said he wouldn't even be like this if it wasn't for your chicken shit ass. Well, Wazy, you gonna own up to it or what? Hold on a second, Wazy didn't do anything. Whatever, this just pissed me off even more. Guess we'll have to lay you chumps out first. Now you're talking. Just don't get your face smashed in, Huey. I still gotta do it myself after. What should we do, Lloyd? It's starting to go beyond boys will be boys territory. Damn, if this keeps up, we don't have any choice but to subdue them. Oh hum, how utterly depressing. Such needless conflict will only link the chains of hatred across your otherwise delightful hearts. To you who chose to scuffle in the streets, I give the timeless gift of song. It is a soothing yet mournful ballad, intended to unite the hearts of those ragamuffins who have lost their way. Brightly shooting stars, leaving trails in the skies. Like a guiding light, they show me the way to your eyes. This yearning passion tears my heart in twain. And the cruel moon mocks my pain. If this fleeting dream shall never be, shut the hell up, Blondie. Gah. Oh, hello there, little kitten. Is something the matter? As you can see, I'm in the middle of a delightful performance. Autographs will have to wait until after the show. Moreover, it'd be quite dangerous if you kicked me down from this height. Why, there may not be an encore. Would you shut the hell up already? Quit your caterwauling and get off our roof. We're trying to run a business here. Fine, fine. Please calm your... I said get down! Ah! Well, at least he's down now. You alive, Blondie? Still breathing? Guess so. Well, that was something. Man, this ain't even fun anymore. Later. Hell was up with that guy? Forget about him, let's bail. They left. All's well that ends well? Well, would you look at that? I managed to nip the butt of a blossoming fight here in the City of Sin. Another debonair adventure complete. Once again, my malevolent lute has brought peace by spreading the gentle chords of love and devotion. Sometimes almost frightened by my level of genius. Excuse me, but are you alright? That sounded like a hard fall. Worry not, my fair lady. A fall that hedges absolutely nothing to a man who has kissed the dewdrop skies of this very continent. What is wrong with this guy? Do excuse the minor interruption. Now that I've regained my composure, we can continue my grand sonata. Gather around, ladies and gentlemen. Now where was I? If this fleeting tree... Please, you don't have to do that. Lloyd, could he be... a blonde musician in a white coat? He definitely fits the description. Mueller said he could be a handful, but he's nothing like what I expected. You must be Olivier, am I right? The one and only, my darling. It is I, the unparalleled genius, wandering bard, and seeker of love, Olivier Lenheim. You can tell since I was trying to talk the way I did with him in Sky, I reverted back to the way I thought his name was pronounced before I found out the emphasis on the number 4 in his name. Praise be to Adios. It is by her grace that you have the pleasure of witnessing one of my famous impromptu performances. Engrave this day into your hearts, for it has surely been a once-in-a-lifetime experience for you all. Right. Hold on a tick. You knew my name before I introduced myself. How is that possible? I don't believe I've heard my name once since coming to Crossbell. Have we perhaps met somewhere before? Not exactly. We're with the Crossbell Police Special Support Section. We've been looking for you per the request of your agent, Mueller. You know who we're speaking of, right? I see. So you're the ones. That Mueller, he's just as much a worrywart as ever. Surely he knows by now that time apart will never dampen the measure of our love. On the contrary, it makes our hearts grow both fonder and bolder. Wait, are you saying the two of you are... Yeah, no, I seriously doubt it. That's besides the point. Can you come back with us to Mueller now? I'm afraid not, officers of the law. I have to make the most of Crossbell while I still can. I'll be quite occupied tomorrow, you see. Occupied? Nothing you need to concern yourself over. But do keep in mind that if you claim to be unable to look the other way, I will do everything in my power to give you no say in the matter. Oh, really now? And just how do you plan on doing that? Wait, is that the famous Julie Schwartz standing over there? What? Really? Where? Wait a second, I don't see anyone. Where'd she... Hey! Till next we meet, my new friends. Ta-ta! Wait. He got away. We just fell for the oldest trick in the book. Of course, Senior Captain Schwartz wouldn't be in a place like this. Can already tell this dude's gonna be a pain in the ass. Reminds me of Lecter. Never mind that, let's just after him. The only question is, where did he go? Well, we checked the other place we discussed earlier. That's how we stumbled upon him downtown, after all. He may be in the back alley or harbor district. Sounds like a plan, let's move. After we talk to everyone here. I'm expecting to find Risha upstairs. This is the medical student Michaud. This should be the family that's on top of her. To hell with those visiting dignitaries. You'd think there was a festival going on the way everyone's all keyed up about it. They're upstairs, right? That's Gable's place. Everyone in the city's been joining on and on about the big unveiling ceremony. I know the old new city hall's a symbol of Crossbell's booming economy, and that's great and all. I wish they wouldn't forget about us regular folks living down here in shadow. So Risha should be here? She's not. I wonder if she's at Long Lao or something. So this is where the family that was on the top of the roof of... Times, that's the place where they live. Well, man's out of booze and mirror. About time, too. Guess Van Zale will just have to find a way to make some mirror. Huh? Namira left. Guess leaves me no choice. Time to roll my sleeves and get myself a job. But for now... The man in the white coat just now must have been a musician of sorts. Ears aren't what they used to be, but that little melody he plays is really quite pleasant. So yeah, her line changed. We missed the original one because of that. It's possible some of these lines over here are going to be different too. So that's what Vault's been up to, huh? Yeah, he was staggering over some shop looking totally trash for everyone to see. Worked out with a ton of booze, probably back at his place getting wasted right now. Real talk, it was rough seeing Vault like that. I mean, sure, he used to have some drinks for fun, but he's completely lost himself. Yeah, I don't like it any more than you do. Things aren't going to turn out well if we let him walk around in public while he's completely hammered. Gotta keep an eye out for the guy and help him through this. Yeah, we're on it. That's what Vault's been up to? Dude's trying to drown away his sorrows. I wonder if for his health he's really drinking as much as they say. Listen up, anything happens, you tell me or Luganov, got it? Yeah, for sure. And they just repeat that. They're probably all linked. Vault, where you at, bro? Don't leave us in the dust. We shall out for all the drinks you want if you just come back to us. Because tell you, man, even a party's a bust. Every party's a bust. This world's got its fair share of freaks, huh? Wait, weren't you and me fighting about something? That willy nutcase back there really cramped our style. You're not getting off so easy next time. Remember that, Wazy. So yeah, we missed out on a lot by taking this mission on. I'm gonna have to come back after we report it and see if their lines revert back or not. There's supposed to be a bunch of reporters and important people from other countries coming into the city today, but someone said they wouldn't bother coming down our street. I wonder why. I'm gonna be more thorough anyway, just in case. I snuck a peek at Orcus Tower earlier, and well, can't really say I'm a fan. Obviously, as an engineer, I've got an interest in the latest tech and such. But with this, I'm not big on the spectacle of it all. It feels too much like a pissing contest if you'll excuse the language. His stuff doesn't change until the chapter changes. I can't believe he had to leave all of a sudden. Should have asked what hotel he was staying at. It's pretty dashing, I'll admit. Don't you think he was a little weird too, though? So what? Maybe I like him weird. It's part of what made him so charming, I guess. Can't believe he had to leave all of a sudden. Should have asked about the hotel. Sure, he's handsome, good at billiards, a singer, and a musician, but for some reason he just didn't really do it for me, you know? Thinking about something, Abbas? Wazy. Yes, I was ruminating over what a diverse set of people there are in this world. Takes all kinds, as they say. Goes for the two of us as well. Indeed it does. Abbas sure does open up around Wazy. Suppose that's a sign of just how close they are. Man, that blonde guy earlier was such a weirdo. I feel like I'm going to be talking about him for days. Please don't. Me and that customer never got to finish that game, but honestly it was already over for me. Guess there's always going to be someone out there who's better than you. It's not like there was a lot of commotion outside. Was it the customer we just had? Actually, don't answer. I'm probably better off minding my own business. Wise man. That blonde guy just took off like that. Almost feels like a tornado swept through here. Some rowdy jackass got on the roof of my shop earlier. I was thinking about shooting him down with an explosive round. Wouldn't want to damage the roof though, so I let Jingo take care of it. Can't be serious. We never overlook gunfire in the city, Ashley. Get off my case, Flatfoot. There's no crime in saying I thought about it. Still, there was something off about that blondie. I feel like I've seen his face somewhere before. Must be my imagination. That blondie had a real spring in his step, even after he fell off the roof. Maybe I should kick him harder. Wouldn't have hurt anyone. Okay, to the harbor we go. Mitchie's in the park. While we're here, put our new rod to use. Let's see if it'll appear if I have to use the snow crab. Trout, I've caught one of those before. So I believe this is where the pure Kuru is. Nope. It's possible we just have to fish more than that, but I don't want to waste too much of your time. Fan club? Why never heard it tell me? It's unofficial. I think a publication from Liberal found it just recently. Members of the club get a copy of the senior captain's schedule every month, along with a set of exclusive photos. Unfortunately, you have to live in Liberal to subscribe, as far as I know. Really? Shoot. It's highly disappointing. Well, sure knows a lot about Senior Captain Shores. Someone tells me this is only the tip of the iceberg. Want to join the fan club too? Maybe I have some distant relatives on the Liberal who can help out. I thought I spoke to her already, but apparently I missed something. Wow, that's a lot of people. Must be here for the Mishi event. I believe this is what the theme park staff are doing for the day, seeing as Michelin was closed during the conference. It's a shame Tio isn't here to see this. I think they're about to do a dance number. I might stick around for it. After all, we're already... Wait, is that... I love you, Mishi. Hey, that guy who joined is pretty good at this. I think that's why I didn't get to read it all, because I got distracted by the cat. Okay, everyone, all together now. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishi. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishi. Olivier and Mishi exchange a firm handshake. Well met and well done, Mishi. To be frank, your dancing prowess is something to be commended. You're not too shabby yourself, fella. Where did you learn to dance? I'm rather fond of ballroom dancing myself. Naturally, my preferred partner would be a beautiful woman, but you were a fine stand-in, my furry companion. Though I suppose I shouldn't expect any less from Crosswell's most beloved mascot. Aw, stop it, you're making me blush. What in Adios' name is he doing? Looks like he barged in and takes some of the spotlight for himself. Remember when Mueller asked to prevent him from drawing attention to himself? That's out the window now. Uh-oh, I do believe I've been discovered. My apologies, dear Mishi, but I must vacate the premises for now. That's too bad. Let's dance together at Michelin Wonderland next time. Now that is one wishy I promise to bring to fruition. Parting is such sweet sorrow, but the bond we have forged today will linger in my heart for eons to come. Adios, mi amigo. Bye-bye. I don't think anyone speaks Spanish in their world, do they? That threw me for a bit of a loop. He cut and ran again. Get the feeling he's used to this sort of thing. The bright side, this narrows down the number of places he could have escaped to. It's not going to matter either way unless we start chasing after him. Wasn't that fellow a barrel fun? Maybe next time he can play with me at Michelin Wonderland. Call me surprised. I think the guy would be able to keep with Mishi's dancing so well. Maybe I should have tried to scout him while I had the chance. That blonde guy was pretty cool, huh? Still doesn't hold a candle to Mishi, though. Kids sure look like they're having the time of their lives. I want to dance with Mishi too next time. Finally seen the light. Just call me a full-on Michelinite. I'm gonna buy as much merch as I can carry home with me. Mishi's got some pretty sick dance moves. Feels silly for thinking he was just another mere a dozen mascot. He's more than that and then some. The blonde man's trolling the show while playing Mishi's dance theme on his lute. Not only that, he even joined in the dance partway through. What a funny guy, huh? So Mishi's holding an event, huh? As long as he gained the permission, it shouldn't be a problem. So I'm just trying to reset Kuna over here. There she is. I want to join the fan club too. Okay, so that I just didn't read because I thought I spoke to her originally, but maybe something changed. So I believe Garant's gonna be the final place because he can't get out any way other than the door. Hey, they got to reuse those animations from Sky 1. Olivier. He's pretty good, isn't he? Thank you for listening to my serenade. Bravo. You're amazing, mister. What do you say to signing on as our live entertainment for a while? I'd be willing to compensate you, of course. My, that does sound oh so tempting. I gladly accept your gracious offer. Wait just a darn second. What's this? You found me already, have you? Now you're going around taking random side jobs? This dude's got some screws loose. I urge you to cease this admittedly well-earned flattery. Why, I can feel my cheeks reddening already. No one's flattering you, jackass. We're taking you with us this time. No, no, surely you must know when to give up. Life isn't meant to be a constant chase. You have to stop and smell the grand roses too. Sip it slowly like a fine wine. And so I shall offer you a gift to brighten up your weary, dreary hearts. A melody woven with the very essence of love and devotion. Oh, what troubles you, mademoiselle? Make no mistake, while a melancholy sigh may have its charms, a beautiful young woman should never be without happiness in her heart. Let me make something perfectly clear. Mueller requests that we retrieve you no matter what it takes. He even authorized us to use force. As a matter of fact, he insisted on it. Bring on the police brutality. Quick, confiscate the cameras. Point taken. I surrender, I promise. That smile is more terrifying than the things that usually scare her. Yes, at this point, the time has come for me to sail with the tide. Very well, would you be so kind as to escort me to Mueller? Just to be safe, I think it'd be a better idea to tell Mueller to come here. As much as I hate to put him out of his way. That's definitely the safest choice. No doubt he tried to give us a slip the second we stepped outside. Pains me to see how much little trust I instill. You'll live. Anyway, I'll try contacting the station and see if someone can get a hold of Mueller. Good work, everyone. Thanks to all of you, I was able to corral this nuisance before he got too carried away. No problem, glad we could help. Corral? Why must you make me sound like common livestock? And I know for a fact that I am so much more to you than that. Then again, degradation does have its own special charms, I suppose. If that's what you're into, I'm more than happy to take all the abuse you can muster, my dear Mueller. Shut up. I take it back. Please don't hurt me. My apologies, everyone. This idiot and I have a bit of a history together. He never learns his lessons, so I always end up having to cut his leash shorter and shorter. Sounds like you're used to dishing out tough love. Love doesn't begin to cover it. There's nothing like a companion who truly supports you. Then again, who wouldn't want to accompany one such as myself, known for almost as many virtues and good deeds as the goddess above? Does that count as heresy? I don't even think ADOs could get this never-do-well to repent. I'm afraid you're right. As far as I'm aware, the church's sermons aren't nearly as hard-hitting as mine. No, please, I'll behave myself, Mueller. Please don't encourage his savagery, I beg of you. Something tells me this is their usual friendly banter. We should be going. There's still quite a bit on our agenda. Thank you again for all your help. Don't mention it, all in a day's work. Though if you don't mind me saying, I wouldn't take my eyes off him if I were you. I know all too well. And so our revelry reaches its inevitable denouement. I bid you adieu, ladies and gentlemen. May we meet again, fates permitting? Sure. My only regret is never receiving the luxury of frolicking with Mishi at that off-rumored resort park. Wait just a moment. Your division takes on contract work, yes? Would that mean I could request you to serve as our guides? Me and my stroke of genius. Why, we'll have so much fun that even an incorrigible sourpuss like Mueller would... Mueller, it was just a little joke. No. And there they go. Not every day you meet a duo like them. One second though, I feel like there's more to those two than meets the eye. You heard him, fates permitting, you might get the chance to ask him yourself sometime. Honestly, that might be more trouble than it's worth. That man. He basically threatened Olivier the entire time, but is he? It couldn't be. Something wrong, Ellie? You've been pretty quiet. No, it's nothing. Cool, then I think this one's a wrap. Ready to head off, Lloyd? Yeah, let's go. You dimwit, for once in your life could you keep your whims in your head where they belong? You know full well what kind of place Crossbell is. It would make my life infinitely easier if you took more consideration for the position you're in. What's this? Sounds like someone's been fretting themselves over little old me. Besides, you know I couldn't help it. I just had to see what the city has to offer before my duties shackled me. As a result of my little excursion, I feel like I've come to understand why they dubbed this place the City of Sin. But that's not all I've caught wind of. A certain someone we know has been shifting his pieces behind the curtain. Is that so? Then at least you managed to get something useful out of all this. Indeed, thanks to you, Mueller, I was able to have a little preview of what's to come. Which reminds me, how go the arrangements? I'm only able to romp and frolic about the way I do because I know you can manage just fine without me. I'm not the one to be concerned about, but yes, I've already contacted them. They need to know that our schedule's been delayed, no thanks to you. Well, in that case, let us make haste. It would be unbecoming of us to keep two lovely ladies waiting. He's talking about Julia and Chloe, Claudia, whatever you want to call her exactly. So I want to see if they revert or are they stuck now. That Olivier fellow is quite a character. I wanted to hire him on as the bar's live entertainment, but I suppose that's off the table. It's quite the performance that musician put on. I was dead tired from work, but it perked me right up. Let's try the harbor, see if the Mishi show has changed any. So yeah, I don't think the downtown people are gonna revert. Yeah, that sucked. It's kind of disappointing that these permanently change it, but that was the Missing Musician quest. Next up, we will probably go to our Morka or something. I'll figure it out. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.